in the heart of the African savanna, where the golden grass sways gently under the relentless sun, a chilling scene unfolds. A white lion, a creature of majestic beauty and rare elegance, lies motionless beneath the shade of an acacia tree. But this is no ordinary sight. The lion's once pristine coat is marred by a horrific wound, a grotesque testament to nature's darker side. The wound, a gaping cavity, is infested with a swarm of bees, their buzzing a sinister symphony that echoes through the still air. This is not merely a story of survival. It is a stark reminder of the brutal realities of life in the wild, where beauty and horror coexist in a delicate balance. As we draw closer, the details of this gruesome tableau become painfully clear. The bees, drawn to the lion's open wound, have established a hive within the flesh, their tiny bodies writhing in a chaotic dance of life and death. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a vivid illustration of nature's unyielding cycle. The lion, a symbol of strength and power, now lies vulnerable, its regal mane dulled by the sticky remnants of honey and blood. The bees, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have turned this magnificent beast into a grotesque host, a living hive teeming with life at the expense of its own. The infestation is a result of a perfect storm of circumstances. The white lion, already a rarity in the wild, has suffered an injury, perhaps from a rival or a hunt gone awry. This wound, while a source of vulnerability, has inadvertently become an opportunity for the bees. They are opportunistic creatures, drawn to the scent of blood and the warmth of a living body. In their quest for sustenance, they have found a grotesque sanctuary, transforming the lion into a hive of activity. These, with their intricate social structure and relentless work ethic, have taken over, turning the lion into a macabre spectacle of nature's ingenuity. As we observe this chilling scene, we cannot help but reflect on the broader implications of such an infestation. The bees, while often seen as harmless pollinators, can become agents of destruction when their instincts take over. In this case, they have turned a majestic predator in the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow. A scene unfolds that is both captivating and grotesque. Picture a majestic horse, its coat glistening in the light, a creature of grace and power. But as we draw closer, the beauty of this animal is marred by a horrific sight, a gaping wound, a festering hive of bees embedded in its flesh. This is not just a wound. It is a testament to the dark and often misunderstood relationship between nature and the creatures that inhabit it. The horse stands there, a living canvas of suffering, as the buzzing swarm of bees dances around the gash, their tiny bodies a stark contrast to the raw, inflamed tissue. It is a scene that evokes both horror and fascination, a reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected horrors that can lurk in the natural world. As we delve deeper into this unsettling tableau, we must confront the reality of bee infestations in horses. The bees, drawn to the warmth and moisture of the horse's body, have found an unwelcome home in the soft tissue of its flank. This phenomenon, while rare, is not unheard of. The horse's skin, already compromised by injury, becomes an inviting target for these industrious insects. The bees, in their quest for a suitable nesting site, burrow into the flesh, creating a hive that is both a sanctuary for them and a source of agony for the horse. The wound, swollen and oozing, is a breeding ground for infection, a festering reminder of the consequences of nature's unchecked instincts. The infestation is not merely a physical ailment, it is a complex interplay of biology and behavior. The horse, in its confusion and pain, may thrash about, exacerbating the injury and further inviting the bees to settle in. The buzzing sound, once a gentle hum of nature, transforms into a cacophony of distress, echoing the horse's suffering. Each sting, each bite, is a reminder of beneath the relentless sun. A lone buffalo lumbers across the cracked earth, its massive frame marred by a grotesque spectacle, a honeycomb wound, a cavernous depression dissecting its left flank, riddled with dark holes that twitch slightly as if something stirs within. At first glance, it's as if the skin has been transformed into a macabre beehive, yet the buzzing here is replaced by something far more sinister. This living wound, a festering network of sores and tunnels, reveals a chilling battlefield where life and death intertwine in the most unsettling way. Here, the buffalo's resilience is cruelly tested not by a predator's jaws, but by invisible invaders, parasites, masters of parasitism, who have colonized the buffalo's flesh in a sinister symbiosis of decay. The parasites lurking within this honeycomb may be various species of botfly larvae, their pale grub-like bodies embedded under the skin, suckling nutrients like blood-sucking vampires of the insect world. These larvae bore through tissue, carving out their cells in the dermal layers, leaving behind a maze of infected channels filled with pus and dark exudate. Each opening pulses faintly as inflammatory fluids seep and mingle with the larva's waste, surrounded by bacterial colonies thriving in this necrotic. In the desolate expanse of the Arctic, where the biting winds howl like lost souls and the icebergs loom like ancient sentinels, a chilling tale unfolds, a tale that intertwines the majesty of nature with the grotesque realities of survival. Picture, if you will, a polar bear, the very embodiment of strength and resilience, now marred by a horrific wound that tells a story of desperation and decay. This is not just any injury. It is a gaping, festering hive of bees, a grotesque spectacle that defies the natural order. As we delve into this dark narrative, prepare yourself for a journey that reveals the unsettling intersection of beauty and horror in the animal kingdom. The polar bear, with its thick white fur and powerful limbs, is a creature designed for the harshest of environments. Yet, in this instance, it has become a victim of an unusual and disturbing phenomenon, a bee infestation. The sight is shocking, an open wound, swollen and oozing, where thousands of bees have made their home. They buzz incessantly, a cacophony of life, thriving in a place where death should reign. This is not merely an injury. It is a grotesque testament to the bear's struggle against nature's relentless forces. The bees, drawn to the warmth of the bear's body, have burrowed into its flesh, creating a hive that is both a sanctuary for them and a source of torment for the bear. As we explore the biology of this infestation, we uncover the chilling reality of how such a scenario could occur. Bees, typically associated with flowers and honey, can sometimes exhibit bizarre behaviors when their natural habitats are disrupted. In the stark, icy expanse of the Arctic, where the sun barely pierces the endless twilight, a polar bear roams, a majestic creature now marred by a horrific affliction. This is not just any bear. It is a survivor, a testament to resilience in a world that grows increasingly hostile. But as we draw closer, the beauty of its snowy white fur is overshadowed by a grotesque sight, a honeycomb wound, gaping and raw, revealing the dark underbelly of nature's cruelty. This wound, a festering reminder of a battle fought against the unforgiving elements, is not merely a scar. It is a gateway to a world of infestation. As we observe, the bear's skin is not just damaged. It is a canvas for a colony of barnacles, those small, hard-shelled creatures that typically cling to rocks and ships. In this chilling tableau, they have found an unlikely host. The barnacles, with their sharp, calcified shells, have burrowed into the bear's flesh, creating a grotesque patchwork of life and decay. Each barnacle, a tiny parasite, feeds on the bear's nutrients. In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down and the air shimmers with heat, a haunting scene unfolds. A majestic white lion, a rare and ethereal creature, roams the landscape. But this is no ordinary day for this regal beast. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with a shocking sight, a horrific wound, a gaping hole in the lion's side, oozing with a grotesque mixture of blood and pus. This is not merely an injury, it is the result of a relentless bee infestation, a dark twist of nature that reveals the fragility of life in the wild. The white lion, often seen as a symbol of purity and strength, now embodies the harsh realities of survival, where beauty can quickly turn to horror. The wound, a festering hive of activity, is a testament to the power of nature's smallest creatures. Bees, typically associated with the sweet nectar of flowers and the gentle hum of summer, have turned into a nightmarish plague for this once magnificent predator. As the camera lingers on the lion's side, we can see the bees swarming, their tiny bodies moving in a frenzied dance, drawn to the warmth and the scent of the lion's blood. This is not a scene for the faint of heart. It is a visceral reminder of the brutality that exists in the animal kingdom. The bees, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have found a host in the lion, exploiting its vulnerability in a way that is both fascinating and repulsive. The infestation begins when a colony of bees, seeking a new home, discovers the lion's open wound. The bees, driven by instinct, burrow into the flesh, creating a hive within the lion's body. This grotesque symbiosis is a chilling example of nature's indifference. The lion, once the apex predator, now finds itself at the mercy of these tiny invaders. The bees, oblivious to the suffering they cause, continue to multiply, feeding on the lion's flesh and secreting their waxy byproducts, which only exacerbate the wound. The sight is enough to make even the most hardened viewer